I'm really sorry to all the Leeds fans that I didn't do a match review for you to gloat in the comments at. You see, after the match on Sunday, I spent the rest of the week doing other things. Welcome to Next Up here on the Shoreham View. You all know the drill by now. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's get straight into it. Last time in the league, none of us need reminding what the score was. Shame really, Leeds played really well. Don't think Leeds really deserved to win the game. A lot of Leeds fans are now going to call me deluded and bring out this, that and the other and blah 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 blah. Look, 2 good saves kept you in the game. Our fault, we should have put our chances away. But all in all, 0-0 would have been a fair result. I'm not going to pipe on about this one because, as we know, Leeds fans love to gloat every opportunity they get, so I'm going to try not to give them the chance. Player ratings are right there, so let me know if you agree in the comments. We'll head to Roy now and hear some really humble Leeds reactions.
One of the things I absolutely love doing after a bad defeat is getting views from cocky fans, and Leeds didn't disappoint. We've got a couple of quotes here, what they said after. What a deluded twat Wilder is. In his interview, I thought he was going to throw up when he said we were a decent side. He fucking hates us, and me, him, and his team of has-beens. Hope they get relegated, along with that arrogant twat, Sharp. Another one said, who's the Muppets now, Wilder? And another one said, he's just an idiot, just like the rest of their fans. I'd like to point out he put a idiot, not an idiot, so we might have not beat him on the pitch, but we beat him grammatically, and that's the real quiz. So, but you know, you've got to take it, haven't you? We give it out to them when we beat him to promotion, the Championship. So, yeah, you know, you just got to take the rough with the smooth, I suppose. It's all good banter, innit? Pricks.
Okay, so next up, it's Arsenal away. Just what we wanted, just what we really needed after not scoring a single goal for the beginning of the season and not getting any points on the board. And with a run-in against Man City and Liverpool. It's not going to be an easy game, is it? And when was the last time we won at Arsenal's ground? Before I was born. Jesus Christ, I don't think I've ever seen us win there in the league. But we can't be defeatist. We've got to try and get a point at least on the board. Whether that happens without a striker, I know we haven't signed anybody yet, but whether we can get a striker over the line. Even if we've got Brewster over the line now, I mean, he's not really had much time for training or play him. Play him right now. Sign him and play him. Arsenal's playing really well. I mean, under Arteta, there was some speculation that he was copying Mr. Wilder's tactics with the overlapping centre-halves and all that other media-friendly bollocks that they go on about. Well, no matter what system he plays, he's got him playing good football at the minute, and it's going to be an uphill climb. It's not going to be a walk in the park in any sense of the imagination. I think if we could take a 1-0 now, even a 0-0, I'd snap your hands off right now. What we've got to do is go into this game and just grind out a result. It'd be nice to get a goal on the board, at least. Even if we lost 2-1, it'd be nice to score a fucking goal, wouldn't it? Line up for this game. Nah, obviously we're going to start with Ramsdale in the net. Decent enough game against Leeds. Didn't make as world-class saves as his counterpart in the Leeds net, but he did make some good saves. Still looks a bit undecisive with crosses and some other things, but I'm sure that'll come once he gets used to this back line. Back three. Let's start with the returning John Egan. We need him there. We needed that rock at the back. Ampadu had a good game. He had a really good game, but with your centre-halves as Robinson and Ampadu, it was crying out for a bit of Egan, especially for Bamford's goal. I think if Egan's there, Bamford maybe don't get on the end of that. Who knows? It's all ifs and buts, but I'll be happy to see the return of John Egan. Chris Basham, gotta be Chris Basham. What do you want me to say every week? I'm always going to say Chris Basham unless he's injured. He's always going to be Chris Basham in this position. What do you want me to say next? Ampadu. I don't want Robinson in that position. He doesn't have a bad game, tries for everything, but he's a left back at heart, and I think Ampadu would be better in that position. I know Chris Wilder likes his left-footed centre-halves to play there. What footed is Ampadu? Ampadu, good on the ball, hungry player. I can see him playing Jack O'Connell's position, because losing Jack O'Connell for the full season, fuck me, that is news I did not want to hear. Right wing back, Georgie Baldock. Frustrating one with George, doing all the right things, but then not really coming of it, is there? Good on the ball, as always pushing forward. People are always going to pick on him for not being the most defensive-minded wing-back in the world, but to me, he's not really put a foot wrong, so in goes Georgie Baldock. Left wing-back, I'm going to go with Lowe. Impressive game against Burnley, everybody's crying out to see the lad play. And he's not been playing bad, but he's not been up to his usual standards last season, and I think maybe might be a kick-up arse, who knows? Could be good for Ender in the long run, but for this game I'd like to see Lowe play. See if he can carry on what he did against Burnley. See if it's something different. Offer us something. We need to, don't we? Fucking hell, we need to. Middle of the park, Ollie Norwood. But the guy came on. It surprises me that people think that him coming on was the wrong choice. Fucking hell, as soon as he came on, he got the ball moving and we looked far more attacking. And I just think the way he plays the ball is integral, and people seem to have lost faith in him, and I don't fucking get it. I really don't. He can't be perfect every game, but what more do you want from him? He's a good fucking player, and he's integral to us going forward. So Ollie Norwood, please. This again is a difficult one. Osborne, I do like Osborne. I don't think he had a great game against Leeds. I think he could have done better. I think it's time for Fleck to come in. Maybe Osborne starting with a kick up the arse he needed. But I want to see that Norwood, Berger, Fleck triangle in the middle. And hopefully Fleck will do what he did last season and put a ball in the back of the Emirates net. Next up, the big, majestic Norwegian bastard himself, Sander Berger. Yeah, see? Said it fucking right this time. You can stop picking on me and comment, you bastards. Sander, getting better week in, week out. Way he dances forward. Some people are saying fucking, oh, Sander get ball away. We're his fault we conceded a goal. Oh, I'd not to do with him getting fucking fouled then. We definitely want to see Sander there again. We want to see him improve again and just continue to develop and get better, because I've said it once, I'll say it again. Just like I say it moving forward a lot, I'm going to keep saying this a lot about Sander Berger. He is vital for us. He is going to be some fucking player. Up front, difficult one this, because as well as I think Burke and Diggsy did up front together, is it time for something a bit different? I think what I'm going to do for this is... It's difficult because the two strikers had a decent game who started against Leeds, but they didn't really put the ball in the back of the net. And I'm going to put my neck out on this one, because there's no new striker as of me recording this. That could have changed by the time this is released. Sign him and play him. So I'm going to start off with Ollie McBurney. I think he can cause chaos if we start putting the ball in the right areas. I think he's an aerial threat, and I think he can bully that Arsenal back line better than he could have bullied maybe the Leeds back line. And the more chances we put in the box, sooner or later one's going to hit Ollie in the right place and go in the back of the net, and that'll do his confidence the world of good. We know he's a confident lad most of the time, but on the pitch we need that confidence sky high, and this could be the game for him, I think. Oliver Burke again, ran his bollocks off in the last game, looks quality on the ball, loves a back heel, doesn't he? Always back heeling it. Maybe should lay off that a little bit, but he just looks quality on the ball. Really, really quality on the ball. And playing with Ollie McBurney, I think, I said it again, with McGoldrick and bloody Burke, didn't I? So that shows where I fucking know. But I'm going to stick to my guns and say McBurney and Burke up front, and I think Burke's going to be something special. It's just finding something to go with him. Moving on, we're going to head over to Roy. He's going to give us the Arsenal view, and we're going to get some Arsenal fans to give us theirs before the Blades fans.
So on to the Arsenal game, and their fans are as pessimistic as we are usually, to be fair, and they've not disappointed with the view from. You can get the full one on roysviewfrom.com. It'll be published this Friday. But there's one here which says Sheffield United sit in 20th place. They've lost every game so far this season. They're the only team in England not to score a goal. Next weekend they travel to the Emirates. Don't even think about it, Arsenal. And that's followed up by quotes such as, nobody loves giving handouts more than Arsenal. Another one is, they'll sign Brewster from Liverpool in the week. He'll score a 30-yard scream in the last 5 minutes. It'll be his only goal of the season. And another one is, McGoldrick hat-trick incoming, for fuck's sake. And probably my favourite is Lionel Lundstram incoming. So they seem to rate Lundstram a lot more than our own fans do at the moment. But personally, I think this probably is going to be another defeat, and I think we're probably going to be bottom of the league after 8 games with the fixtures we've got coming up. But that's way too early to write the season off or anything like that. I think we've really got to keep us heads as a fan base and as players and stuff. The only thing that I worry about is we might lose a lot of confidence with the games we've got coming up. We're not going to be expected to win, at least 4 out of the 5 of them. So we've just got to keep his heads. And if the worst thing, if things keep going against us as they have been, just keep going, keep with it. It's so early in the season. It's way, way too early to be writing off, that's us down and all this sort of stuff. Even if we lose the next 8, it's still not game over. So it's 3 games, and in 2 of those games we've had a huge amount of bad luck. So I'm still with them, and I think every fan should be still with them, considering what they've given us the last 4 years.
Big game Sunday, Sheffield United come to the Emirates, and not in good form, unfortunately. Three defeats out of 3 defeats. I thought very unlucky against Leeds. I thought they played their part. I thought they played very well. And I have a feeling that they will come good eventually. I don't think they'll be there at the bottom too long. Just think they need one result. Hopefully it's not going to be on Sunday. Hopefully not Sunday. I think it's going to be a difficult game for Arsenal. I don't think it's as though they're bottom of the league and I think they're just above Fulham at the moment. But I believe Arsenal will win the game. But it's going to be close. I'm going to go 2-0. 2-0 Arsenal. But I still think Sheffield United will recover and move up the table very soon. Thank you.
Hello everyone, it's Terry here. I'm a Gooner from Claude and the Bancers. Hope you're all well. It's going to be a good game. Yourselves lost 3 games. You're struggling at the moment, second from bottom at the table. Haven't scored a goal. It's going to be an hard game for you, in my opinion. You've got a great manager there, Chris Wilder. You've done a fantastic job last season. You've got a great team, but unfortunately, just in my opinion, this season, I think you stood still a little bit. You just haven't gone out and got a couple of key signings, which I think you need, especially a forward. Obviously, not scoring no goals at the moment. It's going to be an hard game, as I said, for yourselves this weekend. You haven't beat us at our own ground since 1971. Ironically, we've done a double that year, so if you do beat us on Sunday and we went on to win the double, then I'll take that all day long. But saying that, last year you beat us at your ground 1-0. So, but this year I think you're going to struggle a little bit to maintain the position where you got last year. I think Arteta, hopefully, if he plays the right defenders this weekend, I think we'll keep a clean sheet against us. And my prediction will be 3-0, unfortunately, to Arsenal. Obviously, that's good for me, but not for yous. But yeah, I think it'll be 3-0 to Arsenal. But there won't be no problems. You know what I mean? It's just a little blip you're going through at the moment. You'll definitely be up in the top half of the table come the end of the year. You won't have no problems with where you are now. It's just a slow start for yourselves. But look, I wish you all the best for the coming season. Like I said, don't be too downhearted. It's only 3 games in. I know you haven't scored a goal and won a game yet. And I hope that maintains until after this weekend for you. But I'm just going to say from me, myself, I wish you all the best and keep with it. Thank you very much and all the best for the rest of the season.
What's going on, Blades? Hope all is well. Quick preview of the game from an Arsenal point of view. Before lockdown, we hated playing against you. You beat us at Premierleague 1-0. You drew with us 1-0 at the Emirates. Post lockdown, I really feel that you as a club kind of lost momentum. You were safe. Before lockdown, I was certain you'd finish top 6. You ended up finishing 9th or 10th. So I feel like you kind of lost momentum. So this season, I'm kind of worried about Sheffield. I don't know where you're going to get goals. I'm Irish. We love you Irish players. John Egan grew up 10 minutes from my house. He played for Greenwood, which is 10 minutes from where I live. And Didsy McGoldrick, we love Didsy, but Didsy doesn't really score goals. 28 games last season, 2 goals. I really don't see where the goal threat from Sheffield's coming. I really hope you sign someone before the deadline on Monday. Hope you find some goals because you were a great club in the Premier League last season. Chris Wilder's a character. I really hope, because you have really tough games coming up. Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Everton, all in your next 8 games. So you need to definitely win next game after the Arsenal game, which is Fulham. But I think this current Sheffield game is going to be like 2-0 Arsenal, because as I said, I don't really see a goal threat from you. All the best, guys. Hope you start getting some points on the board after Sunday, of course. All the best.
Hi mate, just thoughts on the Arsenal game this upcoming weekend. You know, another tough test for us. Massive game for us. I think, you know, we can't be going into the international break with that, you know, record of no wins and no goals. So to, you know, just to get a goal and a point, I'd snatch your hand off now. It's going to be a tough game, don't get me wrong, but I feel like if we, you know, there were positives against Leeds, and if we could take that into the Arsenal game, I don't see why we can't get a point at Arsenal, although it's going to be very, very tough. Just in terms of team selection, obviously Chris Wilder's got a few headaches, I feel like, because obviously John Egan's coming back into the team, and so what does happen to Ampadu? I don't think you can drop him. I thought he was class the other day. Obviously with O'Connell being out injured, it looks like Robinson's going to deputise, which, without being harsh on him, I don't think he's the answer, but you know, he's not, you know, he's a steady defender. I think that's the best thing to say. For me personally, I'd like to see Enda Stevens maybe going at left centre half, and Max Lowe, you know, with what he showed against Burnley, going to left wing back. But I don't think he'll do that. I think, you know, we'll see Stevens and Robinson continue to operate how they have been. Again, you know, what does he do with Ampadu and Egan? For me personally, I'd love to see Ampadu, you know, pushed into the midfield. I think he's a bit wasted at the back, you know, with his qualities on the ball. So I'd love to see him push, whether that's at the base of the three or to the right of the three. I don't really know, but obviously that'll be up to Wilder. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one, like I said. Thoughts on the game, I'd snatch your hand off for a point, and my head's telling me one thing, my heart the other, so I've got to go with my heart and go 2-1 Sheffield United. McBurney winner, last minute.
Next up for Blades is Arsenal. I imagine most people are going to be quite worried about this match. For some reason, I feel quite confident. I think we're going to beat them 2-1. Line-up, I think it'll probably be the same with, apart from John Egan coming in, whether he plays Robinson or Ampadu, we'll see. I don't think it'll make much difference. They both can do the job when needed to. Up front again, Burke and McGoldrick, I don't think they're working well together. Lundstram, he played well last game against Leeds. Would you keep him in, or would bring Norwood in? I'd like to see Lundstram in again, actually. He's always in that position where you need him to be. So goal scoring going forward, I think he was one that will bring us more chances. Apart from that, Arsenal, good side, scoring goals. I think we play well against them. I do think we're going to win. Hopefully I'm right, and we need it. It's the biggest game so far. Each game now is bringing more pressure for a win or even a goal. So yeah, I fancy his chances on Sunday. So come on, Blades.
So I still feel a little bit sick after that one against Leeds on Sunday, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that. Probably our best performance of the season so far, but again, didn't result in a goal, didn't result in any points. It gets really, really hard to take. I can't fault the lads at all on Sunday. Just need to find that killer instinct in front of goal. It sounds cliche, but it is what we're missing at the moment. And we'll hopefully find it against Arsenal. I'm laughing as I say it, because it's a very tough game to go into when you haven't picked up any points yet this season at the Emirates against the FA Cup holders, who have got an unbelievable front three. They've got Ceballos in midfield, control game well, great width, not too solid at the back, but still it's a daunting task for a side without points. But I trust Wilder will have the team prepped and ready. And the team that I would go with personally would be Ramsdale in net. The back three of Jack Robinson, John Egan coming back in, despite Ampadu's really good performance at the weekend. I feel like we just need him back in that centre against Arsenal. And Basham, right centre back. Same wing back, Stephen and Baldock. I would keep the same midfield because I feel like Lundstram played well. And I think in this game we're going to need a lot of energy in midfield because they're going to have a lot of the ball, control it a lot. So we'll have to see if that midfield can handle it. And I'd keep the same front two. I'd keep Burke and McGoldrick. I feel they link well together. Yet to see Burke have like a proper chance in front of goal. So it'd be interesting to see what his finishing ability is like, because maybe he has that we've been missing. It'd be very interesting to see. And I am foolishly optimistic, I'd like to say, about this game. I don't know. I feel like there's still something there to be exploited in Arsenal. And if we can just find that finishing touch, I feel like we just might have enough to have it. So let's hope we can get a result. Come on, you Blades.
So after a disappointing result against Leeds, if not a bad performance, we move on to Arsenal. Always going to be an hard game. Take a point there, obviously. But again, looking for us to keep progressing. I think we're not a million miles off. In terms of team, Egan's got to come back in. It's if he'll move Ampadu to left or keep Robinson there, left-hand side. I'd still like to see Norwood back in middle with Berg on right. Again, that's no reflection on Lunny, who has been probably his biggest goal threat from midfield so far. Would be interesting to see who plays up front. McGoldrick and Burt did all right again, so it wouldn't bother me if he started them. Even if we sign Bruce, I don't see him starting on Sunday. So onwards and upwards, we keep fighting on.
As always, a big thank you to everybody who sent in their previews. If you want to be in the next video, send your preview to sviewreactions@gmail.com. We're always happy to have new contributors. We're always happy to have people on the videos. If you did like this video, as we said before, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help us out. Please leave a like and let us know in the comments what you think is going to happen at the Arsenal game. As always, up the Blades.